Sicilian defense, open, Najdorf, English attack, 6, e5 7.nb3 b6 8.f3 b7 9.qd 200 10.000 nbd 7. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. When black eventually plays nf6, white is prevented from moving the piece to e5 by the opening of the light-squared bishop on d6. d4 offers to trade the d-pawn for the c-pawn, giving up a center pawn for more active pieces. Cx d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Nc3 defends the e4 pawn and starts to develop on the queen side. A6 prepares the queenside pawn advance b7 b5, and also prevents white from playing the bishop or knight to b5. b3 supports the strong d4 knight in the center. e5 takes space in the center, attacks the knight on d4, and allows the dark squared bishop to develop to e7. Nb3 retreats the knight to the queenside, where it controls the a5, c5, and d4 squares. By doing this, a bishop moves out of its beginning square and into the action. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. Qd2 develops the queen, supports the bishop on e3 and prepares queenside castling. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Queenside castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Nbd7 develops the knight toward the center and allows the rook to move to the c-file. This poses a threat to strike a knight. It is the final book action. This misses an opportunity to kick a knight. This permits the opponent to kick a knight. It is an inaccuracy. This ignores an opportunity to kick a knight. This allows the opponent to kick a knight. It is an inaccuracy. This kicks an opposing knight. It is best. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced.